Hi there. Welcome to our cozy English corner again. It feels so good to sit down, take a breath, and just talk.
And I have to say, you walked into the studio today with a very suspicious smile, as if you were planning something.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm plotting a brilliant, world-changing podcast episode.
Yes, the usual Monday energy. Global ambitions and a cup of tea.
Exactly. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good. It's one of those mornings when you wake up and think, all right, let's give life a solid try today.
I love that. A solid try. That's basically adulthood.
Absolutely. Adulthood is just doing your best with limited sleep and unlimited responsibilities.
And probably unlimited coffee.
That too.
Actually, that kind of brings us to today's topic, listening, real listening. Because I think most of us go through life kind of half awake, half distracted, and we forget how powerful it is to really listen to someone.
Oh, yes. Active listening, deep listening, or even that simple feeling of being heard. We underestimate how meaningful it is.
And today, we're going to help our listeners practice that, not in a classroom way, but do this warm, messy, human conversation.
Emphasis on messy.
Always. And hey, if you enjoy natural English conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep creating for you.
Smooth. Very smooth.
I'm learning from the best.
Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week.
So, George, when you think of listening, what comes to your mind first?
Honestly, silence. The good kind of silence. The one where you're not waiting to speak, you're actually taking in what the other person is saying.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. And also so rare.
Very rare. And nowadays, people often talk using what I call the I'm listening but not really mode.
That's a perfect description.
You know the type, the person who says, yeah, totally, while scrolling on their phone.
Stop. You're describing half of humanity.
I wish I weren't.
But there's something magical about moments when someone truly listens. It feels like being seen, like having someone in your corner.
Yes. Those moments can even change relationships. They create trust. And sometimes they bring clarity. Suddenly you realize what you actually think.
Because saying things out loud helps organize your thoughts, right?
Exactly. People don't just need answers, they need attention.
They need that sense of, I hear you.
And we're going to practice that today with our listeners listening to us and us listening to each other, or pretending to.
Hey,
Just making sure you're awake.
always. Especially when I get to talk about something this meaningful.
What's your style of listening, by the way?
Oh, I'm the emotional sponge.
That sounds dangerous?
It is. I absorb everything. Tone, mood, tiny details. If someone sighs, I'll hear it. If someone pauses for half a second, I'll notice.
So basically, you're every introvert's nightmare.
George.
I mean it with love.
And what about you?
I'm let's call it the analytical listener. I listen for structure, for patterns, for what's said and what's not said.
So when I tell a story with 20 emotional details and 3 dramatic tangents,
I translate your opera into bullet points.
that's actually true.
And it works. We balance each other.
Yeah, we do.
And maybe that's a good lesson for our listeners. Different listening styles are okay. What matters is intention.
Yes, that moment when you decide, okay, I'm here, I'm present.
That's when listening becomes meaningful.
By the way, we should probably give them some expressions to notice today.
Absolutely. Listening expressions are everywhere in daily life.
Things like, I get what you mean, or I see where you're coming from,
Or, let me get this straight.
or I'm with you so far.
Exactly. These little phrases show engagement. They show that you're not just hearing, but processing.
And we'll use more of them naturally as we talk.
Okay, here's a question for you. When someone listens to you deeply, how does it feel?
Honestly, safe. Like the world stops being loud for a moment.
Yes. I think a lot of people don't realize that listening is a form of kindness.
A soft one, quiet, steady.
And sometimes listening saves you from saying something silly.
Wait, what did you almost say today?
Who says it was today?
I just know you.
Fine, let's just say there was a moment with a coffee machine and a very confused barista.
Uh-oh, what happened?
So I walk in, right? And the barista asks, "What can I get for you?" Pretty simple. And for some reason, my brain decides to say, yes.
No!
I swear, I just said yes, like she offered me a life-changing opportunity instead of a latte.
So you basically agreed to everything without knowing what everything was.
Exactly. She looked at me like I just confessed my love for coffee beans.
And then what?
Then I paused, listened, realized what I'd done, and said, "Let me try that again."
Listening saves lives, or at least your dignity.
My dignity is used to these situations. It's very flexible now.
But honestly, moments like this show why paying attention is important. We move so fast that we answer before we even know the question.
Yes. And it's not just in coffee shops. In conversations, too. People jump in with advice before they understand the story.
That's why one of my favorite phrases is, tell me more. It opens the door.
Beautiful phrase. It makes the other person feel valued.
Exactly. And sometimes that's all they need.
You know what's interesting? When I was younger, I thought being a good listener was more important.
Really?
Oh, yes. I thought impressive people talk a lot.
Let me guess. At some point, you discovered that impressive people actually listen a lot.
Exactly. That's when I started noticing the quiet leaders around me.
The ones who talk less but say more.
Yes, when they speak, you feel it because they've been absorbing, observing, thinking.
That's so true. You know, sometimes people ask us how they can improve their listening in English. And I always say, start by slowing down.
Absolutely. Language isn't a race.
Yeah, when you listen slowly, you catch those emotional details, the tiny connectors. You hear when someone says, you know what I mean? Or, does that make sense?
Those are little bridges in conversation.
Bridges that sometimes I cross too fast.
Or you jump off them dramatically.
Stop. I'm trying to sound wise here.
You are.
But yes, when you listen in English, don't panic if you don't catch every word.
Exactly. Focus on the feeling, the context, the tone.
And when you miss something, that's when you use phrases like, could you say that again? Or I didn't catch that.
Those phrases keep the conversation alive.
Yes, alive and natural.
And you know what else? People appreciate when you show curiosity.
True. Curiosity is like the engine of listening.
It's the moment when you lean in and say, I really want to understand you.
And that's when people open up. They relax. They feel safe. Do you have someone in your life who listens really, really well?
Yes.
Who?
Well, she's sitting across from me in a cozy studio right now.
Aw, George.
It's true. You listen with your whole heart.
Thank you. That means a lot.
And when someone listens that way, it encourages you to be honest.
Like you can breathe deeply and speak freely.
Exactly.
I think listening connects us more than speaking ever will.
That's beautifully said. Listening creates space.
And in that space, people grow, relationships grow, understanding grows.
Even patience grows.
You and your patience.
Hey, someone has to balance your dramatic storytelling.
You love my dramatic storytelling.
I do. It keeps life interesting.
Can we talk about one more thing?
Of course.
The idea that listening isn't passive. People think it's just sitting quietly.
But it's actually very active.
Yes, you're making eye contact, nodding, asking questions.
You're also giving little verbal signals like, I'm following you.
Yes, or go on.
Those small signals make a huge difference.
Sometimes listeners forget that they're part of the conversation too.
Exactly. A conversation is like a dance. Both people have to move.
Do you think technology affects our ability to listen?
Definitely.
How?
Well, our attention span gets pulled in 1,000 directions. Notifications, messages, news.
So when someone talks, we're half in the room, half in our phone.
And maybe 10% dreaming about lunch.
Always lunch.
But genuinely, deep listening has become rare.
And maybe that's why it feels so special when someone does it.
Exactly, because real presence is a gift now.
A quiet, beautiful gift.
You know, there's something else.
What?
Sometimes people listen not to understand, but to answer.
Oh, yes, yes.
They prepare their response while you're still speaking.
I've done that.
Really? Never noticed.
Liar.
But we're all guilty of it.
So the skill is to pause and actually hear the words.
And then respond.
A small pause can change everything.
It can.
Okay, let's give them a couple more listening expressions before we move into a more emotional part.
How about, I'm trying to understand you?
Or, let me think about that for a second.
Perfect.
These phrases show that you're present, even if you're still processing.
And that's real communication.
You know, listening is also how we show love.
Yes. That's the emotional core of it.
When someone listens to your fears, your dreams, your stories, that's when you feel connected
And understood.
and not alone.
That's a perfect transition into the deeper part of our conversation.
Let's go there. You know, George, sometimes I think people don't realize how healing it can be just to sit with someone and listen. No fixing, no advising, just being there.
Yes. Listening without trying to control the moment.
When someone truly listens to you, it's like they're saying without words, you matter.
And those moments stay with us for years, even tiny ones.
I remember once I was having a really hard day, and a friend just asked, "Do you want to talk? Or do you want me to just sit with you?"
That's such a thoughtful question.
It made me feel held, like the world wasn't so heavy anymore.
That's the power of presence. Not words, presence.
And in some cultures, people are much better at this. They sit together quietly without forcing conversation.
Yes, silence isn't awkward everywhere.
No, sometimes silence is the warmest blanket.
Except if you're sitting with my aunt. Silence means she thinks you're hiding something.
Oh my gosh, really?
Absolutely. She'll stare at you until you confess your deepest secrets.
Wow, a professional interrogator disguised as a sweet aunt.
Exactly.
But truly, the cultural part is fascinating because some people grow up being encouraged to express everything out loud.
hmm While others learn to express emotions through gestures, pauses, or even through shared activities.
Listening changes depending on where you are, but the feeling of being understood feels the same everywhere.
A universal language.
And now to our listeners, what about you? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yes, we'd love to know what makes you feel heard.
All right, George, I think we're entering our final stretch.
The grand finale of our cozy listening adventure.
Exactly. Let's wrap it with something warm.
So, if we take everything we talked about today, from deep listening to funny misunderstandings, what's one thing you hope our listeners remember?
That listening is an act of love. Even small signals like, tell me more, I get what you mean, or I'm trying to understand you can make a conversation beautiful, safe, and alive.
Yes. And that a moment of silence, a little pause, or a thoughtful, let me think about that for a second, can build trust.
And of course, don't answer yes when someone asks what coffee you want.
Please don't.
Also, listening helps you avoid a lot of unnecessary drama.
Which is why I listen to you very carefully.
George,
I'm kidding. I love your dramatic details.
good, because I'm not planning to stop.
What's your style of listening, by the way?
Oh, I'm the emotional sponge.
That sounds dangerous.
It is. I absorb everything, tone, mood, tiny details. If someone sighs, I'll hear it. If someone pauses for half a second, I'll notice.
So basically, you're every introvert's nightmare.
George.
I mean it with love.
And what about you?
I'm let's call it the analytical listener. I listen for structure, for patterns, for what's said and what's not said.
So, when I tell a story with 20 emotional details and 3 dramatic tangents,
I translate your opera into bullet points.
that's actually true.
And it works. We balance each other.
Yeah, we do.
And maybe that's a good lesson for our listeners. Different listening styles are okay. What matters is intention.
Yes, that moment when you decide, okay, I'm here, I'm present.
That's when listening becomes meaningful.
By the way, we should probably give them some expressions to notice today.
Absolutely. Listening expressions are everywhere in daily life.
Things like, I get what you mean, or I see where you're coming from,
Or, let me get this straight.
or I'm with you so far.
Exactly. These little phrases show engagement. They show that you're not just hearing, but processing.
And we'll use more of them naturally as we talk.
Before we say goodbye, maybe we can revisit a couple of expressions, just naturally.
Sure. I think the most important ones today were, tell me more, I'm with you so far, let me get this straight, and paying attention.
And also, I didn't catch that. A lifesaver in any conversation.
Absolutely. And if you like this episode, subscribe, leave a like, and share it. It really helps our little studio grow. Yes, it does. And thank you for spending this time with us. It means a lot. Another cozy chat done. Time for a snack break.
You read my mind. See you all next week.